Hello FlossTube, and also YouTube in general for those that like to watch these videos anyway, considering they're technically my vlog videos, I suppose. Just to let you know, being the October update, we obviously have another dragon. 2 weeks ago, on the 1st, the opal dragon, and I'm afraid I can't remember what that stone's called. It's a US birthstone, but its counterpart was also released. I don't know if that's the tourmaline dragon or is that part of December. I'm afraid I can't remember. I'm sorry, I have no clue about US birthstones. But yeah, that's the counterpart to the opal dragon. If anything, that dragon kind of matches, you know, Alexandrite here. And opal matches pearl. But from the description that was put with this month's release, if I'm not mistaken, this is a Japanese dragon that is the equivalent of the Chinese long. So it does kind of make sense that they have similar, you know, they kind of match up. In fact, on the patterns, there's like 2 copies of the pattern because there was 2 dragons for June. The pearl pattern has opal on it, and Alexandrite's pattern has that one on it. You know, colour complement, I'm assuming. But here in the UK, October only has the opal dragon, and the birthstones I'm using, opal also goes in that box. It is 1 month that matches up. Actually, I believe it is the only month that the stones match. Because every other month if I had the stone it was elsewhere on the picture. Whereas in this case, it goes in that box. It's the same stone and it goes in that box. Now, kind of pay close, hopefully this shows up because the lighting here is getting a bit rubbish due to the time of day it is. In fact, this has taken me several attempts, and each time, because it's getting darker and darker, being able to see me is ridiculous, so my apologies. But we have sort of a wispy effect with the tail of opal and its counterpart. My picture of the sampler is slightly different. It actually makes it look like one solid tail because where I've outlined, like for each dragon I've done just a general outline, a bit like you'd see with these ones. You know, I've done it to that dragon, done it to that dragon, and thus done it with, you know, that one. So for the Celtic birthstone, make sure I have it the right way around. There you go. And as you can see from the borders, it is in the exact same box. I actually had... So yeah, this is what opal looks like close up. But again, these bits look a bit different because where I've outlined everything. Normally you wouldn't have the, you know, the lines going around there. You'd maybe have like a couple there, a couple of lines up here, but not all the bit that makes it look like it's like segregated or anything. But yeah, that is opal, or gort as it's known. That is the 30th of September to the 24th of October, which means that is currently active. So anyone born between the 30th of September and 24th of October, which includes my stepfather, whose birthday is today, you know, that is the birthstone. They have the opal, or if it was the case the US, you also have the counterpart as well. It depends on what's preferred. But that's how it would look on my sampler. And speaking of my sampler, the dragon I'm currently doing is Moonstone, the counterpart to Alexandrite. And the difference between Moonstone and Alexandrite is Alexandrite has like a light purple, a medium purple, and a dark purple. Or plum, I think it's listed as in terms of the colour family I use, but basically light, medium, and dark purples. The light and dark purples I've actually swapped out. Light got swapped out for beige, brown, ultra, very light, and the dark purple got swapped out for tan. That's all it's listed as. It's not light, it's not medium, it's not dark, it's just tan. And so far, there's my progress. I've almost finished Moonstone. Just got the head and the actual stone itself to finish. As you can see, all the others preceding it are all done now. So as a reminder, we have rock crystal, January to February. Oh, sorry, December to January. January to February, we have peridot. That's mine, because it runs out on my birthday. We have coral from February to March. March to April is ruby, and April to May is moonstone. So that's how the Celtic/Druid calendar looks so far. And I still don't have a base border row because I run out of floss. Which is where the next thing I'm going to show should hopefully come in handy, because I believe the floss I used for the border came from my last purchase. For those that have probably seen previous videos, it might have been 2-3 videos back I think, I'd actually bought 2 packs of 200 flosses. So it was like 2 of every colour. That was in, you had 1 pack and then the other pack would have like an extra of that colour. So I had 2 of each of the colours. I, like a few days ago, went back to the same seller page, well, same entry page on eBay, and they've packaged it packaged it differently. It's funny because the actual, you see the pictures on the page and it looks how it was before, where it was like 2 separate packets of 100, but this time they've done all 201 from the looks of it. I don't mind. From the looks of things, these may all have the actual, could be the Chinesey type ones that have all the numbers of DMC family. I'm not too sure, because I'm not sure if you noticed it's still sealed. But we do have blues. Oh, try and make it easier. But some sort of browns. We've got blues, reds, greens, oranges, even more of each colour. And I believe it could be one of the God, my throat is getting so groggy from all this attempts at recording. All these, like at least one of these browns should be the colour I was using. I don't know if it was because I had to redo the beginning in the sampler, thus I lost a ton of the floss, or if it's because of doing the 14 count, but the actual 2 skeins needed for the border thing was kind of an understatement, because that was 2 full skeins effectively. Yeah, the only bit I lost of one of the skeins was what I couldn't salvage, which was basically the top left corner of the border from the original attempt at the sampler. But the fact that I have to go into a 3rd skein, whatever. It's the way it goes. But hopefully I'll have the colour I need in amongst all this lot. Anyway, once again I apologise for it being short. I've seen, I tend to watch various people's FlossTube videos and like they either section things off or they just have a lot to talk about. But I'm afraid, but then again they tend to do rotations a lot, so they have different projects that they're discussing. I don't do rotations, I can't do rotations. And if it comes to it, yeah, I can quickly switch and do a smaller picture and then go back to what I was doing. But that's it. My brain just does one project at a time. And again, there it is. Looking really nice. Hopefully I will have more to show next time. Who knows? Actually no, I won't have that. Well, I don't know, I might be able to fill that box. Because the dragon that goes into the November box down the bottom middle is the dragon that goes in there, for me. So I might actually be able to at least start that dragon. I may actually, it may be like when I had the rock crystal and peridot, we'll have like 2 dragons. Be in the middle of doing like multiple dragons or something. Like You know, because like it coming out, I might start on doing that dragon, or come back to it, or well, with rock crystals, because my brain couldn't tell the colours apart. You know, I could tell what they were for like about 2-3 hours, if that, and then I had to quickly switch to something else. So that's why those two were done together, because to me they may as well be the same colour. Well, effectively they are. It's like you got like 2 shades of white, you got 2 or 3 shades of beige brown, you got like I think it's a grey or something in there. Obviously the blue and the black, but yeah. So I had to switch to my one with its 3 shades of orange and its 3 shades of green, but at least I could tell the difference. Although overall, I'd have to say Moonstone here is still my favourite, and follow up by Coral, because I love Coral's coloration. In fact, when it came to the Ingleside Imaginarium Facebook page, I actually referred to Coral as a tropical sort of sibling or just family member to the aquamarine, because that's usually aquamarine. God, I cannot talk. Aquamarine. It's usually a blue birthstone, okay? At least on the US calendar. It's usually a blue birthstone. That's why it's a sort of Leviathan-esque sea serpent. Or at least it looks like Leviathan to me. And like, because I was using all these reds and pinks and literally coral colours, because there's light coral in there. I think only one of the shades is not the called for colour, and that's because I didn't have it. But I've used like 1 or 2 along the line. So it's still technically like same family, just different shade. But I was like, that's a tropical you know, it's like this one's from the tropics, whereas the actual dragon that's in the standard samplers like from colder climes, so to speak. And Brittany herself replied going, never thought of it like that. You know, you got the warm areas and then the cold one, which technically I suppose it is. It's kind of cool. But yeah, that's my favourite, followed by that one so far. But that's mostly my favourite because of the different colours. Yeah, that's how the sampler is progressing. I'm steadily getting there. Excuse me. You know, this is, where are we? So you can tell it's Brittany's 2017 Ingleside Imaginarium. Page 2 of the second row, which overall this is page 5 of, because it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, 12. Page 5 of 12. So, because I know you're not supposed to show the pattern pages, but stuff it. You know, I've already said it. You know, I've already got at the bottom. It's Brittany's. And besides, being symbols on colour, I'm not sure if you'd even be able to distinguish what half that is. I can't half the time. You know, I'm watching the video back and it's just like, yeah, there's a bunch of colours on the page. That's next. That'll be the box that'll be filled next month. Yeah, that little strip there and that. That's where November's dragon goes. It finishes that line. Because yeah, page 4 of this. With a lot of bits crossed out because they're not present on this. I forgot to do go into the bit where I've got the table of colours. It's remove all colours not used. So this is technically supposed to be at least half the size, but it's not, because I forgot to do that. So there's all these X's of the removed. You know, they're not present, so why are they there? But yeah, that's what that goes like so far. And again, I've got them. They're going to be fun to go through. But that's all I have to show, I'm afraid. I hope you enjoyed. Apologies once again if video doesn't come out all that clearly, but my room's not very large, so once the light starts going down, yeah, it's one of those programs where people don't want to be identified. Heck, about this time, was it last night, I was surprised I was able to see myself on camera.